Are you thinking about moving in with your adult children as you grow older? It might seem like a harmless or even comforting idea, but it could cost you more than you ever imagined. Your financial security, mental health, and even the closest family bonds can be shattered by this one well-meaning choice. I made that mistake at 71, and I live with the consequences every single day. In this video, I'll uncover the disturbing truth about why living with your adult children after 70 may be one of the riskiest decisions of your life, and how you can avoid the nightmare I'm going through. Let me introduce you to Frank. At 73, he was a proud, self-reliant widower with a cozy home in Vermont. When his daughter Jennifer asked him to sell the house and move in with her family in Michigan, it sounded like a dream. "We'll save money, you'll be close to the grandkids, and we'll help take care of you," she said. Trusting her completely, Frank sold his house of 37 years, packed up his belongings, and moved 800 miles to start a new chapter. Just 6 months later, the $220,000 he had from the house sale had all but vanished. His once loving relationship with Jennifer was strained and cold. His grandchildren, once so excited to see him, barely spoke to him. He developed depression and high blood pressure and had nowhere else to go. "I lost everything," Frank told me, "and I'll never get it back." Could this happen to you? Absolutely. It's already happening to thousands of older Americans. But you don't have to be next. I'm going to walk you through 5 serious dangers of moving in with your adult kids after 70, and what you can do instead. 1. Financial collapse, the hidden price of moving in. Have you ever stopped to think that moving in with your children could leave you completely broke within months? Financial experts who specialize in elder planning warn that living with adult children creates an environment ripe for money conflicts and abuse. The National Center on Elder Abuse reports that over 90% of elder financial abuse is committed by family members, most often their own children. Take Elaine, age 72. She sold her Arizona condo for $195,000 and moved in with her son Drew in Oregon. Drew suggested they put the money in a shared account to help cover expenses. 8 months later, Drew had withdrawn nearly $60,000 for his business, home renovations, and even a new SUV. When Elaine asked where the money went, Drew got defensive, telling her she should be grateful for a place to live. By the time she realized the truth, her savings were gone, and because the account was joint, she had no legal protection. Think it could never happen in your family? Think again. Even the kindest families struggle to maintain clear financial boundaries when living under one roof. Who pays for food, rent, repairs? What if your grandchild needs help with tuition? The pressure to help financially won't stop. Here's what you should do instead. Always keep your finances completely separate, even if you live nearby. Never open joint bank accounts with your children, no matter how much you trust them. Consider moving into a smaller place close to family or a retirement community. And if you need care, hire a professional instead of relying solely on your kids. Have you consulted a certified elder law attorney yet? This step is critical to legally safeguard your assets before making any big housing changes. Are you really willing to gamble your life savings on the hope that money won't change your relationship with your kids? Many seniors who lost everything believe the same thing. 2. Loss of independence, the silent threat. What happens when you have to ask permission for things you've done on your own for decades? The impact can be devastating. Experts in aging say that losing control over your own life often triggers serious health declines. Dr. Elizabeth Morrison, a geriatric psychologist at Northwestern, explains that when seniors lose autonomy, rates of depression, cognitive decline, and even death rise sharply. It's as dangerous as a serious illness. Look at Victor, age 75. He'd lived alone since his wife passed 3 years earlier. His daughter Samantha was worried and invited him to move into her basement suite. Within weeks, Victor felt like a guest in someone else's house. He had to ask before inviting friends over, wait to cook so he wouldn't disrupt the family schedule, and even needed permission to go out. Samantha kept tabs on his medicine, food, and TV habits, for his own good. After 4 months, Victor withdrew from friends, stopped socializing, and was diagnosed with severe depression and mental decline. Think your kids wouldn't do that? It doesn't happen overnight. First, they offer advice. Then they start controlling little things. Soon, they're making your decisions for you, and your independence is gone. Here's how to protect yourself. Guard your independence like your life depends on it, because it might. If you want to live close to family, get your own place, even if it's just a small apartment. Explore senior housing programs or co-housing with other older adults. Don't sacrifice your freedom to feel safe. Check out independent living options near you. Some have long wait lists, so apply now, even if you're not ready yet. Ask yourself, is losing your autonomy worth the trade-off? Once it's gone, it's incredibly hard to reclaim. 3. The breakdown of family bonds. Did you know that moving in with your adult children might seem like a loving choice, but it's one of the quickest ways to permanently damage your relationship with them? This is often the most heartbreaking consequence. Therapists who work with multi-generational families report that over 70% of these living situations lead to serious emotional strain. Dr. Samuel Livingston, a family therapy researcher at Boston University, explains that when elderly parents move in, the dynamic between parent and child fundamentally shifts. Even the most carefully planned arrangements often crumble under the weight of growing resentment. Take Dorothy, age 74. After a minor fall, she moved in with her daughter Melissa and Melissa's family. The two had always been close, daily phone calls, weekend outings, lots of love. But just 3 months after moving in, their relationship started to unravel. Dorothy felt infantilized. Melissa felt unappreciated. The grandchildren resented being told to keep quiet all the time because Grandma needs rest. Melissa's husband began working late just to avoid the tension at home. Family dinners turned from joyful to painfully silent. 9 months in, the situation was unbearable. Dorothy moved into a senior apartment, but the damage was already done. 5 years later, they rarely speak. Dorothy hasn't seen her grandkids in more than 2 years. Think your family is immune? Everyone believes that, until the cracks start to show. Living under one roof brings daily friction, mismatched routines, clashing food preferences, differing expectations about noise, privacy, and chores. The lines blur. Are you still the parent, or just a guest with no authority? These gray areas breed conflict no matter how much love there is. Here's what you should do instead. Preserve your parental role by keeping your own home, even a modest one. Visit regularly, stay connected, but have your own space and routines. If cost is a concern, look into shared housing with other seniors or affordable senior living communities. Ask yourself, how valuable is your relationship with your children? Is saving on rent worth possibly losing those bonds forever? Don't wait for the damage to become irreversible. The emotional toll can last a lifetime. Are you really prepared to risk never speaking to your children or seeing your grandkids again? That's a very real price too many seniors end up paying. 4. Health decline, the hidden impact on body and mind. Did you know that moving in with your children could actually shorten your life? The health effects are far more serious than most people realize. Research published in the Journal of Aging Studies shows that seniors who lose independent living arrangements suffer faster mental and physical deterioration. Dr. Michael Fenster, Chief of Geriatric Medicine at the Mayo Clinic, says when older adults move into their children's homes, there's a marked rise in depression, anxiety, sleep disturbances, and faster progression of diseases like dementia and heart conditions. Let's talk about Walter, age 76. He was doing well, managing arthritis and high blood pressure while living alone in a small, peaceful apartment. His son Gregory, concerned for his safety, insisted Walter move in. Walter reluctantly agreed. But soon, everything began to shift. His carefully built routines were disrupted. He could no longer take his morning walks because no one was available to go with him. His sleep suffered due to the family's late-night activity. Meal times became irregular. which interfered with Walter's medication schedule. The constant noise and activity overwhelmed him. Within 6 months, Walter's blood pressure was dangerously high, even with increased medication. He developed anxiety attacks and insomnia. His arthritis worsened from the lack of regular exercise. Eventually, Walter suffered a minor stroke. His doctor directly linked it to stress and poor health management. Think this couldn't happen to you? It happens to thousands of seniors every year. Moving into someone else's home, even a loving child's, disrupts the delicate routines that protect your physical and mental well-being. Your medication timing, daily habits, and healthcare providers may all change. And the stress of adapting to a new household takes a real toll. Here's what you must do instead. Protect your health by maintaining control over your environment and daily routines. If you need help, consider hiring in-home care services that allow you to remain in your own residence. Research consistently shows that seniors who continue living independently, with the right support, stay healthier and more resilient than those who move in with family. Have you talked to your doctor about the potential health impacts of giving up your independent living situation? Ask them at your next visit, specifically how such a change might affect your current medical conditions. Is sparing your child a little worry worth risking your health, or becoming a greater burden later if your condition worsens? Protect your health by protecting your independence. 5. Legal vulnerability and risk of elder abuse. Have you considered that moving in with your children could dramatically increase your risk of elder abuse, even in a family that's always been loving? Elder law attorneys report that the vast majority of financial abuse cases involve seniors living with relatives. According to the American Bar Association's Commission on Law and Aging, seniors who live with family are nearly 3 times more likely to experience some form of abuse than those who live independently. Take Elizabeth, age 77. After recovering from pneumonia, she moved in with her son Russell and his wife. Elizabeth had always trusted Russell completely. She added him to her bank accounts just in case, and signed a power of attorney that Russell's friend, who wasn't even an elder law specialist, had prepared. When Elizabeth refused to sell her cherished antique collection, she discovered Russell had already sold several valuable pieces. He claimed it was for her own good, to simplify her life. Then she learned he had secretly remortgaged the home she had transferred to him years earlier, leaving her with no financial resources and no legal way to reclaim the house. Elizabeth was trapped in a controlling, emotionally abusive situation, and she was too afraid to speak out, fearing homelessness. You might think this kind of betrayal could never happen in your family. Sadly, elder law attorneys encounter cases like this every single day. The mix of close living quarters, financial dependency, caregiver stress, and lack of clear boundaries can quickly lead to manipulation and exploitation. It often starts with small oversteps and escalates from there. Here's what you must do instead. Safeguard your legal autonomy at all costs. Never add your children to your bank accounts or property deeds, no matter how convenient it seems. Work only with certified elder law attorneys to create proper legal documents that protect your assets and your rights. If your children are providing care, consider a written care contract that clearly outlines responsibilities and any financial arrangements. Have you met with an elder law specialist? Schedule a consultation this week. Many offer free initial sessions, and that one conversation could save your entire estate. Ask yourself, even if you trust your children now, can you predict how they'll react under the pressure of caregiving or financial strain? Don't leave your future to chance. Protect yourself legally before it's too late. Now you know the 5 devastating consequences of moving in with your adult children after age 70. Financial ruin, loss of independence, broken family relationships, health deterioration, legal vulnerability. I've lived through every one of these, and the pain is unimaginable. But you don't have to repeat my mistake. You can protect your future by staying in your own space, securing your finances legally, and setting clear boundaries with even the most loving family members. Your independence isn't just about comfort. It's the foundation of your dignity, your safety, and the legacy you leave behind. If you're considering moving in with your children, or they're encouraging you to, share this video with them. Start an honest conversation today about safer, healthier alternatives. Like this video if the message resonated with you. Subscribe for more life-saving advice to protect your retirement and family relationships. Comment below. Have you been pressured to move in with family? What concerns you most? I read every message and reply personally.